Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you can hear me okay, and hopefully everything's all going to be hunky-dory. I'm just frantically, as usual, trying to get myself sorted out to try and get in a daily race in around about 10 minutes. And then hopefully I'm going to be doing 2 or 3 daily races. That is going to be the plan. We will have to see how things pan out. You just double check we're on the right things here. Looks good. Right, let's get into this. And as usual with these daily races, I'm going to be a little bit quiet during the stream, but we'll see what we can do. Bit of a roller coaster ride yesterday, and we got all the way up to just a few hundred DR away from our A ranking. Excuse me. And that seems to be the order of the day at the moment. I seem to be able to get up to just a 200-300 DR, and then suddenly we tend to go backwards with a few bad races, and that's exactly what happened yesterday. We got bumped going into the final corner and spun off on one of them. Another one was just a little bit bumpy. Another one where I got pushed, unfortunately. It's not where I want to go. In the last corner, and lost a few places. And a few people have said to me, why don't you get your elbows out more? Why don't you give as good as you get? Unfortunately, I don't race like that. GT7 racer, good evening, or good afternoon, I should say. Or maybe it's good morning where you are, I don't know. But thank you for joining me anyway. Yeah, it's just, I don't want to race that. I do not want to race that way. And I've got my morals, I've got my principles. And if it costs me a place or two, then just, so be it. Oh, why is it that I do that on that corner every single time as soon as I start? Probably need to go a bit quiet, if I'm honest, and just concentrate a little bit more. But the first race with me always is a bit iffy. But yeah, I just, it's right the right. I know it's not racing, but I just don't want to be that guy that shuts it up the side and pushes everybody wide. And there is also another reason for it, because if I do ever make it into a proper, or God forbid I actually make A+ one day, people in those upper rankings do not put up with push to pass, with people just dive bombing and pushing people off. It's just, it doesn't happen. And it does happen, but you get dealt with very, very quickly. And I would rather do my apprenticeship in these lower rankings to race as clean as I can in the daily races. I say as clean as I can because it's hard sometimes to race clean in these races, but that's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. So that just sort of addresses the elephant in the room that some people have been calling me out on, that I need to race a bit harder and just get my elbows out more, chuck it up the inside. If somebody roughs you up, rough them up. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. All of these things have been said to me over the last 24, 48 hours. And I had a little bit of a think about that while I was working this morning. And I'm thinking, me, not what I want to be doing. If I'm perfectly honest, I'd rather hang up my gloves and go and do something else if I've got a race like that. Slid off again. You what, trying to hit the Jacoby through some of these corners is so hard. He's so good. Massive help from Jack and Dan, as in Dan Igglyballs, and I hate saying that name, on that last corner. I'm working on that again, still continuing to try and carry a bit more speed down this main straight. have set a very, very good qualifying time, so that sets us up quite nicely for the race. In some respects, it also puts a target on your back because you are the guy to beat. We'll see what we can do. Same strategy as usual. It's a straightforward sprint race with one pit stop for no tyres or fuel. It's just to literally dive in and dive out, and I'm just using that to get out of traffic more than anything else. If things are looking a little bit chaotic around me, either in front or behind, then I'll dive in. But I have got to watch when I dive in, because on 2 occasions already I have been rear-ended whilst entering the pit, where the people behind are just following through and don't, and I'm the same, don't sort of think, oh, that person is going to pit. And I proved yesterday that putting your indicator on to let somebody know what you're doing makes no difference, I am afraid. We need to get into the 132s really. Somebody said to me, you know, putting the indicator on could even confuse people, because people don't put the indicator on to say you're coming in the pits. So, okay, well, pass me on the left or pass me on the right. And, you know, if you put a right indicator on, what does it mean? Does it mean pass me on that side? Does it mean pass me on the left because I'm going to hang over towards the right-hand side of the track? That in itself can cause confusion. There are no hard and fast rules on using your indicators in racing. Good afternoon, everybody. There's Dan. Just talking about Dan a moment ago. Good evening, good evening, good evening. And Trigger, welcome, welcome, welcome. You could see GT7 Racing in a few moments ago, but thank you for the 3 of you. I can't read the comment at the moment whilst I'm trying to negotiate its track behind Jack. I've got 4 minutes down the main straight. I'll try and have a quick nose at the chat. During the actual race, I won't be looking. Whoa! In that incident yesterday, your indicator wasn't on. It wasn't on as I turned in. What I did is I did 3 left indicators just to say I'm coming in, and then I turned it off. So I didn't actually leave it on the whole way through the move. Maybe what I should have done is left the left indicator on all the way. Maybe you picked me up on my mistake there. Maybe that's something I'll try today. Put it on or leave it on. So, hello Wayne. Yeah, that's a very good point actually, one I hadn't thought about. I thought, you know, just put it on, 3 little flashes, I'm coming in, turn it off. And maybe you thought I was just fudging him. I don't know, maybe I caused the problem myself. I don't know. Like I said, some people have said just don't use your indicators, you're going to cause yourself an issue. It's just the pit in at Brands Hatch is so difficult if you've got somebody right tight behind you. Hug the apex, I'm hearing that. The thing is, I thought I was quite over to the left-hand side. Oh, sorry, to the right-hand side. Hugging the way in there. Oh, it's a penalty. But this is all a learning curve, isn't it? I know I'm not the greatest. I know I make mistakes. In some respects, that's why I put myself live, because you guys do help me no end to get better and better. And you know, sometimes it's good to hear when you've done something wrong or invoked a situation. I think what we're saying to do is to come around this corner, potentially stay over on the right hand side here, not go left, then just hug this inside line. If I take the pit like that, that might be better. Maybe people will realise what I'm doing. Maybe. Now you went a bit wide, which gave them room up the inside on the pit entry. Yep, I realise that. I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate the comment, and I will try and remember that in the race. Hug that inside line. Sometimes you can create your own mistakes, and in the heat of the moment you call them out a little bit unfairly. It sounds like that might have been what I did yesterday. Another one of the reasons why I have a rule that I don't call people out in the chat as a general rule. I did yesterday. I got a bit frustrated yesterday. So close to the A, and it just undid everything that we did. Oh, trigger, I'd love to be an A+ one day. In some respects, I think I'm too old and slow now. Maybe 20 years ago, but never say never. I shall channel my inner Nigel Mansell. Here we go. I am going to close down the chat. I don't want the distraction, and you guys know what I'm like when I've got the chat room open. I'm looking at it. Right, so we are going to be leading the pack away. We are in a lower B split now because of the DR drop-in. I now need a barrel load of points to get back up towards the A. So we're probably in a mid to high B split. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I've got Clan 2, Mad Fatar, Jata Joes. I don't really. Soap, we were racing Soap Motorsport yesterday. Otherwise, a lot of those names I don't actually recognise. So Soap I do. How much time have we got? Not enough time to say hello while I was doing that. So Soap, if you're listening, and you won't be, good luck. Hope the race goes well. Let's hope for a clean one. Let's just hope for a clean race this time. Quackers, that's a cool name. Right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Now I was starting just ahead of Soap yesterday, so that lap time following Jack Kobe yesterday, following his Ghost, see how it's jumped me up the order massively. I would have been starting 7th or 8th at this level, and we're now leading them away, which does put the pressure on me into the first corner. You know what I'm like with the first corner. I hate it with a passion. I much prefer to follow somebody than to lead. So if Clan 2 is quick, we may well let them through and follow. See, it depends how quick they are. Oh, we went wide on that one. Nerves kicking in already. Oh, he's run me out wide. Why do people do that? Why don't they go up the inside of you and then run you out wide? I guess the thing is, don't leave the door open. People just doing qualifying laps and not thinking about leaving room on the inside, but never mind. Here's what it is. Hear Jack Kobe now saying, cover the inside, cover the inside. My racecraft is still lacking a little bit. Issue up front in a minute, there's going to be an issue behind. Ah. Seems a little bit colder and more slippery than normal. Spicy up front. Time to the leaders is still staying around the 3.5 second mark. Really making any inroads. They seem to have split a little bit at the moment. Not quite battling as they were. Guy in front just had a penalty. Oh, that was a difficult moment for the car in front on that curb there. Oh, oh, he's just rage quit. The guy from third. Bit kind of strange. If he had a technical issue. A very strange move into that last corner and then just rage quit. I suspect that was a technical issue, not deliberately done. But that has freed up the second place car now just to run away. Whereas they were in a battle and was hoping to close up whilst they were battling. No point in pitching at the moment because we're just going to come out in traffic. We're in air at the moment. If I can get on the back of Jose, I'm saying that correctly. I don't know if I am. And that will help no end. Somebody else pitching at the moment. Going blue, but I'll be closing up until 3 seconds to the guy in front. Went out there quicker than me. Front is quicker than me at the moment. The leader is way down the road. In front of me with the fastest lap at the moment. Really shows how much he's pushing. He still wants the win. Look like he might just be closing on the leader a little bit. He's 2 seconds behind. I think he's catching him actually. For me, it just don't feel right coming out of there in fourth. I'm not quite able to carry as much speed through there as Jack does yet. Something I've got to work on. So he goes third through the first of those two tight right-handers, and then fourth through the second, but with a lot more commitment than I feel comfortable with at the moment. Oh, we've got soap behind us now. Not sure where we are with pit stops at the minute. Sort of want to come in and do the pit stop and see exactly where we're at, but may well do it on this lap, purely so that I don't forget. I suspect that's going to drop me down the order quite a bit. Guys out front are away and gone. Not too dissatisfied with the first race. If we can stay top 6, no, with the pole, I should be thinking higher. Or in the last there whilst I'm pushing hard. Just take this slightly differently so we're not all over the place. Right, nobody behind me for the pit stop. Don't change, don't fuel. Soap is in, too. Oh, give me some room, mate. Whoa. That was a bit, was a bit of a dodgy moment. I think there could be words afterwards. Is one of the reasons why I don't leave the pit until the very last lap. As somebody, I think it was Dan, said, if you're going to pit, hug the inside. Don't allow a car to get up the inside of you through there. Otherwise, you've got to back out. You can't just drive through another car. Because it ain't gonna work. I'm not quite sure who that was that I was having that little battle with. Dan says, well-deserved podium. He shouldn't have blocked you going into the pits. I agree. With that name, you would assume Soap Motorsport would be a clean racer. Stope is a really clean racer. I've raced with him or her several times this week. Really nice racer. Really, really nice racer. And usually makes up a few places. Thank you, Porsche. Charlie? I'm well. How are you doing, my friend? Are you shifting that cold of yours? Are you shifting that cold? Now, I don't know who it was. Who was it who came in? I mean, Clan 2 unfortunately ran me out wide. It's a bit unfortunate. We got 3 DNFs. Can't remember who I was following now. Was it JC82? I think. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So we have got our DR increased slightly. Let me, while I'm just jibber jabbering here, I'm just going to go into gtstats.live and we'll have a little look and see what that has done to my DR. And I'll also pop it up on the stream so that you can see. It's Porsche saying, what's the DR? Everybody's so interested in my DR. It's lovely. Oh, for me, I'm just racing. I'm just racing. The DR, in some respects, is secondary now. I've been up towards the DR, the A, so many times and dropped back. Now it's a case of sometimes I think I'm never going to do it, and if I do get there, am I going to stay there type of thing. So 29,477 is the number that we are sitting on at the moment. So we need basically just over another 500 to bring it up, and it looks like we might have just got 500 DR off of that race because I haven't done any today. I was working with my teammate Rita on the GT Championship race for next week. So yes, could be interesting. Can we keep it top 6 and just try and inch it up a little bit? So we need just over 500 now. Oh, don't want to go there. I don't want to go there either. And can I just say a massive thank you again to Dan yesterday, Dan Gleeballs. Hey, Dan, you're going to have to change that name. For hosters, it's the worst name in the world to say, politely. But thank you to Dan yesterday for the heads up on the turn before the long straight. And also a massive thank you to my mate Jack Kobe for setting me a fast lap time in the G70. It's really made a massive difference. A massive difference. But the yeah, the man with the dangly bits helped me out yesterday too, so I appreciate that. And several people with little words of encouragement over the last few days whilst I've been doing these streams during the week is great. And also there's a few people that said, please keep the streams coming in the afternoon, we're really enjoying them. A couple of people tuning in over their lunch breaks. So it is my intention when I can to do these. I'm not going to guarantee I can do them every single day. Depends on how my work is going. Depends if I've got any tradespeople in the house and stuff. And we are about to smash through the hallway wall into the garage. So yeah, that will be a few days when I will not be able to stream, because I'll be supervising the dog whilst we've got the guys in doing that. So this won't be happening every day, but I will do it where I can. I really appreciate the support, both the messages that come in on the chat on the stream, the messages that come in over Discord and PSN, also everybody that's liking and subscribing to these streams. The support is amazing, guys. It really is. It overwhelms me. To think when I started this a couple of years ago, I just put my life on stream so that I could, not on stream, but on the YouTube, just so that I could monitor my progress. But when you hit that plateau, you can look back and go, you know, I am improving. Then we started doing lobbies, and then we started doing other things, and all gone a bit crazy since then. You want the sector times up? Yep, I can do that. At least I've got the right camera. Let me put the sector times up for you. I tend not to put those up too much because I don't like to focus on them. I'm not that consistent to know that for sector 1 it needs to be, you know, 19 seconds, sector 2 needs to be 20 and stuff like that. Maybe one day when I'm as good as you guys. Sector 3, you see, aim for 13.7. I wouldn't have a clue what I was aiming for in Sector 3. I do now. But for me to do that, I'm going to need to shut up, concentrate, so let me do that. Yeah, you heard it here. I'm going to go quiet. Question, what sector time should I be looking for the others? .7. Really? That's quick. Ugh. .9 failed miserably. Oh no, got the grass there. Tell you what, this car is lousy when you've hit the grass. absolutely horrendous. So 131,498 is probably the best that I've done so far. Jack Kobe, my hero. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Been chasing your time again. I'm determined to beat you. No. Oh my word. I don't even know where I am in the world actually. So the global ranking, 411th. Wow, Jack Kobe, 7th in the world. Look at that, 7th. Wow. 411. It was 360 something yesterday, so people are going faster. Turn 2, just pause before getting on the throttle. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, I am going to just disappear for the moment. We got... Oh, okay. We are now in a completely different kettle of fish. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. A plus A, B, A. So there's only what, 1, 2 of us that are B's, 3 of us that are B's in here. All soap's in. Soap's in. I didn't get to say hello. Warm-up's over. Good luck, Soap. Let's just concentrate. Don't want to... I'd like to go and say hello to these guys, but the problem is I'm slowly getting my mind in the mindset for the race. Thinking about the first corner, thinking about strategies and things. Strategy could be key in this one. Oh, this could be hard. This could be a really hard race. Okay. Oh, wish me luck for this one. Wish me luck. If I can go top 6 here, I'll be over the moon. Over the moon. I can get top 6. I need to channel that last lobby race last night with Ollie and Jack Kobe. Look at all these McGanns. Look at them all. Going defensive straight away. Right, I think we've got 4 meta cars in front of us. No run gravel. Your tyres for the moment. Come on, get rotated. Nerves kicking in. We're off on the dirt again. Big time. Brake early, go really defensive. It's a bit Mitchell, it's so tense. Oh, we got murphed by the car behind. That was not me, my friend. I'm quite sorry. He's doing it again. Out of their way, I think. If he keeps driving like that, somebody's going to have him off. I don't want to be near it when it happens. I want that top six. Too deep. White parks behind is quick. He catches up with me. We'll let him through and follow. Right down. Keep talking to me. White grass. A little bit earlier. Scrappy through there a little bit. But I lose too many more places. Feeling the pressure a little bit right now. Oh, there's a car off. Could do with a few more of those, I think, in this one. Oh, it's got dirty tyres for the moment. Cleaned up now though. Oh, how did I get a half second again? Pushing these track limits too much. Gonna put the cars right on my back bumper now. It's annoying because the car in front had a penalty too. Although we've got a squabble going on in front now. Can't pit to get out of trouble or anything. Here's what it is right now. I'm up. Really wanted 2 more places. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Oh, he's pushing again. Oh, and another one. What is it with all the push to pass in these days in these daily races? I don't want to race like that. I do not want to race like that. I really don't. Getting grip has feet for elbows. Man, I tell you. Just, Unfortunately, I think that would have dropped me back on the DR. Oh no, it increased us. It did increase it. We did get an increase. That has confused me a little bit. Not a lot. Not a lot. We're now back to around about 400 off it. These are, yeah, big, hard, tough lobbies right now. I mean, lots of A's. I've said it before a million times. I'm not an A ranked racer. I'm not. I might be able to set a decent lap time, but I'm not a good A ranked racer. And, you know, it's showing when you get into the races. My race class lets me down. I'll sit behind somebody rather than going for the move. And, you know, a couple of times in that race, I felt that I was covering off the line, but people are just giving you a little nudge into the corner and then going up the inside. And the next one, they're just you know, side swiping you. So it's a tough one. Watch the DR. Let's have a little look at the DR for you. There we go. So we're back to 29,586. Did I not update it? Did it not update? Let me do that again then. Why did that not update? Let me do that again. GT stats. Refresh. Why did that not update? 29,586. There we go. We've got it now. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, tough racing. Tough racing in these low A rank lobbies. It still feeds into my hate of DR. I'm going to take a little bit of a break here for a moment. But it is one of the reasons why I absolutely hate DR in this game. And I really wish that they would get rid of it. We'll keep it so they can balance the races, but keep it behind the scenes where people can't see. Because rather than people thinking about their SR and keeping things clean, it's all about DR. I've got to get past that next car no matter what, no matter how dirty, because I don't want to risk my DR. And then when you get into the A, of course, everybody's racing even sort of harder, and I'll put that in inverted commas, desperate to get past the car in front to just maintain their DR. Porsche says, there we go. I would reg your lobbies, but it's so early in the morning for me. I just join when I get it. Oh, no worries. That's fine. Yeah, it's... I really want to do a video on it, but I'm not big enough for PD to notice at the moment. And if PD would notice, they wouldn't care anyway. But I'd love for the game to be more focused on SR like ACC was. And for people to have to maintain that SR to go in the dailies. If I was running this, I'd change this whole thing so much. So very, very much. DR would go. It would still be there for balancing the races, but it would go. You wouldn't see it, and it'll all be about SR. There'd be more SR levels, and you would have to hit a certain SR level to get into a certain level of racing. And you'd have to have a certain level of SR to race online, full stop. You know, so, you know, it would stop a lot of this, people creating new accounts and coming through as A rank racers, racing in B and C rank lobbies, and all of that sort of stuff. I guess he wouldn't stop that. He wouldn't stop that because people would still do that. Because they've still got the skills. Scratch that, rewind, delete that bit of video. I'm talking while I'm thinking. Porsche, I hope GL4 Road Atlanta next week. Oh, I really wish, but it won't. It won't be, because we only had that a little while ago. So I can't see that one coming up soon. If that one came up, I would probably ditch the lobby races for most of the days. And I would spend the afternoon when I can, and then the evening doing the lobby races, just to see if I could get into the A and stay in the A for a while. Because I've been in the A twice. Once I was in A for about 3 races, and then another time I was in the A for about a week before I dropped out. So those of you that follow me will know, really, an A rank racer. I'm a high B, borderline A. Now, I think I'm probably, depending on the combo, A/B. But some of the tracks, I'm certainly a B, and probably a mid to low B at best. So, yeah, there are tracks that I've got to get better on. Come on, come around, come around, come around. Oh, this is slippery. Car's very slippery indeed. Just go 2 minutes. Again, for those of you just joining me, thank you so much for joining. And I'm closing down the laptop window so I can't see the chat when I'm racing, and also when I'm doing this practice. So although out the corner of my eye at the moment I can see little chat lines coming in, I'm not responding because I'm not actually looking at those, so I apologise for that. And then in the race I won't be able to see those little chat lines going in there at all. As much as I'd love advice on pitting and stuff like that, I can't risk looking at the screen, especially around here, because there's just nowhere to look. Even down the long straight, you've got to be thinking about who's behind, who's in front, where you're going, defending and the like. Good afternoon, Wayne. I see Wayne's in, I can't see what he said. Something about forget the A. Oh, forget their A. Angel mindset and run. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't look at who I'm racing. Just jump in and just race. That, my friend, is a very good point. Treat them all as bees. Oh, we got a nice exit out of there. Shame I'm going to run out of time. Still not a fastest lap, but how many more am I doing, Jack? I don't know. This one's going to take me up to past. Depending on how it goes, I might do one more, but it really sort of depends how it goes. I really want to message Clan 2 and say, please leave some room on the outside if you go up the inside, but I better not. Charlie, my day's been okay. It's been a bit quiet in the office this morning. Then I'm doing a couple of hours on here, and then I've got a few jobs to do. So I am going to be, I'll either finish at the end of this one or maybe one more. I don't know yet. But I'm doing well. I hope that your cold is better. I think I might have asked that already, but if I did, I apologise. If I didn't, I apologise. Right, the chat's gone away. The DJI microphone's okay. Elgato's okay. The stream looks good. We're on 29,586 at the moment. We need a podium. We're starting sixth. Let's just see what we can do. I'm just going to race and see how things go. If we get into trouble and in the middle of traffic, we will pit. And just see what we can do. Top 6 would be nice. But the split that the game is putting me in at the moment is quite high, so see how things go. I've got to watch these push to passes. Had Speed Demon in the last one. I've got a terrible itch in my leg. And I mean a terrible itch in my leg. Leave Speed Demon some room on the outside. Twisting for a bit too long round there. Didn't want to get a limit. Oh! Dirty tyres. Very dirty tyres. Oh, that was a bit hair-raising. That was very hairy. Yeah, that was a bit... Didn't like that coming in there at all. Right, now let's don't brake traction. Not liking these tyres at the minute. Couple more in. Guys in front, some 4 seconds down the road. Oh, don't go off. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I've got plan two ran me out wide in the last one. That guy just up front just did it as well. let's go careful. Well, we saw that coming, didn't we? Where's his penalty for pushing me off? Don't get one. I hate these lobbies at this level. Giving up now up on this one. Chat's open. I swear you guys only watch me to see how many times I can get pushed off. Oh! Why I keep getting a penalty there? I've got to look that up and see. Oh. Not interested in this one anymore. Just rotating to finish. And then my DR will take another hit. So instead of being a few hundred, I tell you, every time I get within 500 of A, I get a race like this where I just get mullered. I don't know what I've got to do. No, I'm not going to make any positions, Porsche. No way. This one's done. I got put into the gravel with a blatant punt. Another reason why it'd be good to be on LMU, where you could actually report somebody like that. Alas, Gran Turismo doesn't care about dirty driving. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to be dropping it very soon. LMU is coming to the console next year, we believe, and PMR is coming in November. And for the first time in all of the years I've played Gran Turismo, which is since version 1, I will not be sorry to remove the game from my console. PD have got absolutely no interest in it. I can't get a good race. Every time I get up to this level towards the A, I just get in with a load of rubbish. Now, I know I'm not quick enough. I know I need to be better, but to be punted off like that, I mean, I got pushed through a corner. Yes, I leant on me a little bit through the straight just to say, oi, come on, play fair. And then the next corner, boom, off we go. And no penalty that I saw. It's just, what is the point? And I'm actually enjoying this little battle with this guy. It's been fast, furious. respectful, and a lot of fun. Going to give him some room on the inside. And I'd rather be doing this with this guy than up front racing somebody like Greedy Mag, who does seem to have dropped back. So maybe on the last lap somebody thought, oi oi, let's sort you out. I'm going to put a wheel on the grass. Oh, so another DR killer, I'm afraid. So tempted to say something to Greedy Mag, but I'm not going to. We're not going to. We are going to be the bigger person. We will be the bigger person. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Will not rise to the goading, I'm afraid. I think sometimes when you've got a YouTube in your what's it, in your name, sometimes I think people are just like going to get you. I want to be featured. Charlie says, nice racing. I really wish it was. Porsche says, nice move. You need a good race and you got an 8. Yeah, it's just so hard. Greedy Mag's left the room straight away before anybody can say anything. Just... But we've taken a drop. We have taken a drop. Do you want me to update the what's it? Let me just update the let me just come in here and I'll update you. Big old drop again. I've already seen it. You haven't seen it yet. It's coming. Once again, as soon as I get up towards the A, I get a race like that, and we're right back to where we started. For a shut down. Have I still got you? Yes, I have. Nearly shut down the stream then. 29365. So we're back to needing another 600 or so points. So, yeah, it's a roller coaster. I can constantly get up to around about 200, 300, 400 points to the A, and then I just hit a race like that and just get knocked back. So it's right at the top. I mean, if I was to look at the if I look at it in my profile, obviously you can see it there, but in my profile, you know, I'm right at the top of the B. I couldn't be any closer. Sportsmanship rating is an S, but what pains me, and I'm going to keep going on about it because it's really winding me up at the moment, is you know, you get pushed off like that, and nothing you can do about it. You get pushed off, you get bumped off, yet your DR suffers. Why cannot the game turn around and say, okay, got pushed off, just work it and just restrict the drop? I know how he works because it works on where you're placed in the ranking with the other guys ahead. I know the way the algorithm works, and I accept the way the algorithm works. But what really annoys me is when people have pushed you off. The same goes for me. If I push somebody off, I'd expect to have the same penalty. You know, don't want to be treated any differently. But it's soul destroying for those of us that are trying to race responsibly and respectfully. But then maybe at the low A level, that is not what you can do. You can't race like that. You know, maybe it's just not possible. It's just not possible. And when I'm looking at my GT Stats Live graph, and I came up nicely when I was mid B to just below the A, and then I've got a nice little valley at the moment where it went up. Then I hit the point where I got into those really fast races and I was getting bumped and I dropped down. Then I've jumped back upwards again, and now I'm going to be heading back downwards again. So you'll probably find in this next race, I'll probably drop back down again, and I'll be looking for another 1,000, 1,500 DR. But then again, if I can get 700 DR, if I can get a win in this next race, then maybe I might be an A. Ha ha, wishful thinking, wishful thinking. Right, okay, I'm just having a little bit of a break just to relax. Charlie, just be you. We all love you. Forget the haters and keep grinding and racing. You got it. Oh, absolutely, my friend. You have to remember it's a game. It's a work in progress. You're a good racer. Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I'm trying very hard. I find it, I mean, a lot of people said, why are you so passionate? Why do you talk about this stuff online? One of the reasons why I'm so passionate about it is I'm passionate about the game. I love Gran Turismo. I love the graphics. I love the gameplay. I love the way it all hangs together. I love everything about the game until I go into the daily races and you wind up with people doing stupid things and just getting away with it. I mean, it just lets the game down massively. Leaving the penalty system alone for the moment, because we all have to whinge and bitch and grind about that. It's the dirty driving that drives me nuts. And I feel sorry for LMU, because there's a lot of people at the moment that seem to be ditching Gran Turismo and going to LMU. And the LMU is starting to go the same way. I've been watching John Speedy B on his channel. If you like LMU, go and check him out, Speedy B. And I've seen Rory's gone that route. I've seen Kai's gone that route. You know, a lot of tubers have gone down the LMU route. And I watched Rory's very, very first LMU race. And there was just people being crashed out left, right and centre. I mean, he went from right at the back to finish quite high up. I think top 4 or 5, something like that. Don't quote me, but something like that. And it was all because people were being crashed out. So already LMU at this stage is already starting to get to that point. But, and this is the big but, there is a reporting process. You've got to be paying for the pro version. So I think you pay monthly for that. But you do then have the ability to report people. And there is a proper stewards inquiry looking at the replays. And if that is upheld, then people will get points deductions and reductions in things and race bans, and I don't know what they do, but you know, there are penalties out there. Gran Turismo needs to do it, but it's not going to happen until GT8. And when is GT8? Way too far away, way too far. With all the good stuff that's coming this year, late 25, early 26. I think the PD need to, well, they must be aware. They have to be aware of the feeling. They have to be aware of what's going on. If they don't, that's a little bit worrying. Then again, if you look at series, they always say once you get to series 7, stop, because it's all downhill from there. Series 1's great. Series 2, okay. Series 3 is normally good. Series 4, Series 5, Series 6, then you get Series 7. I mean, just look at Fast and Furious. You got the versions to Series 7. It was, or Film 7. It was good, and after that, well, it was a bit like Call of Duty, wasn't it? It was cars just doing unrealistic things, and might look great from a stunt point of view, but all the reality went out the window for me. And it's just like, you get to that point at 7 and things have got to get bigger, better, crazier. And maybe we're at that point with 7. Maybe Gran Turismo with all the VR and everything else, the daily races. My question is, have we reached the pinnacle? Are we at the top of this game's life cycle with everything else that's coming through? The competition is going to be up against. It's going to be an interesting few months. Very interesting few months coming up. But there we go. I could be wrong. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I am wrong. I'm wrong, and PD are working on something absolutely incredible, and the other games aren't as good as they are being pitched at the moment. And just we'll see how we go. So there we go. We're now on. We're now obviously at the top again because we've been bumped down. Yeah, this is what happens. I just keep up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's driving me nuts. Charlie says someone needs to tell them to start watching the races for tuber and stuff, maybe. So there's clean racing. I don't know. I'm just guessing what can help. Nothing's going to help. Nothing is going to help. It's they are not interested. They won't engage. Maybe they engage with the top tubers. I don't know, but they don't really engage. There's no right to reply. There's no ability to contact them to say, oh, you should be doing this. In my opinion, they live in ivory towers, and they're only interested in what they want to do. They're just, Kirith went on and on and on and on and on about it when I first started following him. On and on and on about the penalty system and how GT7 could be better. If somebody like Kirith can't reach them, there is no help for the rest of us. Come on, Kirith, get out there. Fly the flag for Gran Turismo. Come on. Right. Let's knuckle down. See what happens. This will be the last one today, I'm afraid. I've got some stuff to do at 3 o'clock, so this will be the last race. And then we'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock for something very, very special indeed. Track limit into the first corner. I hate leading. I absolutely hate it. He's got a second as well. I was going to come in, but we might as well carry on round. The other guys are quite a fair way back. Oh, on the grass. Which then upsets the angle for this one. No, don't lose it, mate. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Dirty tyres, mate. Be careful. Oh. I have a feeling this is not going to end well up front. I hope it doesn't. Hope it ends well. As in, I hope I'm wrong. Like the leader's had enough of the pressure. I would imagine that Stath is now going to pull away. Haven't pitted yet, sorry. Not quite sure where we are at the moment. Sorry for being very quiet. Now we see where we're at. The sushi Gret has gone through. Peek in front now. No, knew I was pushing that. Don't mind losing out to Petic. I don't want to have the guy behind me. Oh no, Soap's behind me. Oh, good. Guy that did the push to pass earlier on. I want to beat him. That's Stath guy. He does not deserve second place. But once again, Soap Motorsport behind me. Soap should be so much better. He just needs a better qualifying lap time, I think. He could be a winner. Nice run, Petic. Woo! Oh, we'll take that. A second. I'll take the second. Oh, no sound. Have we got no sound? We've lost the game sound for some reason. I've got a funny feeling that my PlayStation's on its way out because several times when I've loaded up, since the update actually, several times when I've loaded up, it won't actually hook up to the television. Oh, no, it's not. It isn't working. I can see it's not working. For some reason, it has bugged out. We are done now, though. Let's just go to these, and we'll just pick that up again and just reset that. But it doesn't matter because we are done now for the day. You want a DR update? Okay. Let me do a DR update. I'll do it on the big screen. Bear with me a second. Porsche, you've got a fixation with my DR. I wish it updated automatically. But, it doesn't. And Day one, 31,513. So, you know, not a huge increase. Not a huge increase from that race, despite getting a second. Oh no, we're an A. We're an A. We're an A. We're an A. Woo, we're an A. We got a massive increase off that one. Yes. Whoa, we got a massive increase off that. Oh, I read it wrong. We got a 2.5. Wow, we are 2,575 up for the day. What a way to finish that stream. What a way to finish that stream. We're back in the A's. We're back in the A's. Woo-hoo! Whoa, crikey. Who would have believed it? Whoa. Let's have a look and see how we're doing on this one. Look at that, a little bit, just a little bit of A there. Just a tiny little bit of A. The tiniest little smidge of A in there. Whoa, yes. Whoa. Oh, bro, that was funny. Your face dropped. But I thought I didn't get very much. I was looking at the wrong screen because normally I refresh my laptop, then I refresh you, and I'll put it back on there, and then I refresh you, but I did it the other way around. So I refreshed you, then I looked down, I thought, oh, that's rubbish. And then it was like realization. I saw the A there, and it was like, is that really an A? Is that really an A? We've got the A back. How long do you think we can keep it? 24 hours? Well, I won't be racing any daily races tonight, I'm afraid, because Joe and I have got some things to do before I stream. So I won't be on until 9 o'clock. It'll be 9 o'clock when I'm on this evening. And we've got a special. If you are not a PSR registered racer and you want to get out into some special stuff tonight, then get your registration in. Porsche says, you were sad, then you read it and jumped up and down. This is why people watch me, because I'm such a numpty. I am a complete womble when it comes to all this sort of stuff. I really am. Yeah, people are just watching for my goof ups. I should be called Goofy. Mitchell Goofy Morgan. That should be me. That should be me. Yeah, what are we doing tonight? We're heading off. Well, it all says it in the we're normal on the old oil. Crumbs. That's lost a lot of oil all of a sudden. Yeah, I was watching the Goodwood revival last weekend, and I was watching the GT races, the touring car races, and the owners like power sliding through the corners and doing all of the slip angle-y stuff, and it was just phenomenal to watch. So for tonight, I've changed what I was going to do. For tonight, I am going to be taking out some of these cars. I am going to be taking out some very, very, very special cars. And I will invite you to join me. We're going into the 1950s, and we're going to be taking out the Corvette. Well, I'm not quite sure about that one. But then we're going to be taking out the Mercedes, the W196, the Maserati A6 GCS is coming out to play. The Aston Martin DB3 S is going to come out to play. We've got the Ferrari 500 Mondial is going to come out, and the Jaguar D-Type. And then we're finishing up, I think, with one of the Porsches. I can't remember which one it is now. 3 Porsches to choose from. The 356. They're both A15. Well, you've got the Speedster and the normal, and you've got the Spider. I think I've gone for the Spider. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm running some of these. If you don't have these cars and you want to race, because some of these are very expensive cars, then I'm happy for you to race something of the same caliber, same sort of stats, and stay out the people in the right cars. But it's going to be a banger. We're going to be at Goodwood all night long. And then if it works out and people like it, we might do a 1960s next week, where we've got the GT350 Shelby, that amazing car, Eleanor, in the second of the Gone in 60 Seconds film. We got the Corvette C2, the Corvette Stingray, the Alfa Giulia. We've got that Honda RA272, the DB5, the Ford Mark 1, the outstanding Ferrari 330. You know, there's a plethora of vehicles in here to choose from. and I'll be going for some of the classic racers. You know, maybe the Cobra Daytona Coupe could come out. It's going to be a lot of the decent high-powered cars that you might see around Goodwood. But if this goes well tonight, that may well be where we go. We shall see. We shall see. I know that was only on the small screen there, but if you want to get in on some 1950s action around Goodwood this evening, make sure you register PSR Racer. It is going to be a closed room, and I will see you then at 9 o'clock this evening. We'll be running from 9 till around about 11. We're going to be kicking off around about 9:05, really quick into the races. Short 5-lap races. We're going to be getting straight into them. Snap, 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 snap. There's about 8 to do in the time that I normally only run 4 or 5 races. So if you want to watch us, make sure you hit the like button for this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and that bell icon so you get notifications of when I go live. But for now, I have to disappear. I've got some work to do. Have a great morning, day, night, whatever the rest of your day is. Have a great one, and I'll see you a little later on. Bye for now from an A-rank racer. Yeah!